I died, choking on my own blood, the metallic tang flooding my mouth as the brakes of that black SUV failed, on purpose. I know now. But it wasn't the crash that killed me. It was the betrayal. The cold laughter echoing from the phone I'd forgotten to hang up. My fiancé's voice mingling with his family's as they plotted my end like I was yesterday's trash. And then, like a glitch in the universe's cruel code, I woke up gasping in my old bed, 3 months before the wedding. The date on my phone screaming 2024. My heart pounding with the impossible truth. I was back. And this time, they wouldn't see me coming. The first thing I did was smash the alarm clock against the wall. Shards of plastic and glass scattering like brittle promises across the hardwood floor of my Brooklyn loft. Genesis Harper. Age 28. Architect by day. Fool by night. That's who I used to be. Now, I'm a ghost with a grudge, replaying that overheard call in my head like a looped nightmare. She's perfect cover. Alex, his mother had purred, her Manhattan penthouse accent dripping venom. Marry her. Use her firm's connections to bury the paper trail on Daddy's little investments. Then, when she's no longer useful, well, accidents happen. His father's chuckle had sealed it. Just make sure it's clean. No loose ends. Alex. My Alex. The man who'd whispered forever in the candlelight of our engagement dinner at Le Bernardin had just hummed agreement. Heartbreaking? Try soul-shattering. I stumbled to the bathroom mirror, splashing cold water on my face, staring at the reflection that hadn't changed, hazel eyes sharp as shattered glass, curly hair a wild halo from sleep. But inside, I was forged anew in the fire of that betrayal. The SUV crash? No accident. They tampered with it after I started digging into Alex's family business, those shady real estate deals that smelled like money laundering from a mile away. I'd confronted him that night, phone in hand, and he'd forgotten to end the call with his folks. Overheard everything. They silenced me before I could go to the cops, framing it as a drunk driving wreck. My blood alcohol? 0. But who cares when the Harringtons own half the judges in the state? 3 months. That's all I had before the wedding bells turned to funeral dirges. Plenty of time to unravel their empire, thread by bloody thread. But revenge isn't a straight line. It's a maze of moral quicksand. And I'm wading in head first. Decisions ahead that'd make even the devil pause. First stop, my laptop. I logged into the firm's secure server, Harper & Associates, where I'd clawed my way up from intern to lead designer on billion-dollar projects. Perks of being the boss's daughter? Unfettered access. And tonight, I'd use it to peek behind the Harrington curtain. The files on Alex's father's company, Harrington Holdings, were a gold mine disguised as boilerplate contracts. I'd overlooked the red flags before, shell companies in the Caymans, inflated valuations on derelict properties in Queens. But now, with death's clarity, I saw the rot. Kickbacks from Russian oligarchs funneled through my firm's green energy facades. They weren't just laundering money, they were greenwashing crime. A secret buried deeper than offshore accounts, a whistleblower, some low-level accountant named Eddie Ruiz, who'd vanished 2 years back. Poof. Official story? Suicide. But I'd bet my second life he was floating in the East River, weighted down with Harrington regret. My fingers flew across the keys, downloading everything to an encrypted drive. Paranoia? Hell yes. Last time, I'd trusted Alex with my suspicions. This time, I'd ghost him digitally. A quick text to my best friend, Lena. Girls' night tomorrow? Need to vent about wedding BS. kept up appearances. Lena, with her no-nonsense Puerto Rican fire and PI side hustle, would be my first ally. But recruiting her meant spilling the impossible truth.
种生
Reborn? In American English. It's just second chance, but laced with vengeance. I'd frame it as a vivid nightmare that woke me up. Close enough. Morning hit like a freight train, coffee black as my soul. Bagel half-eaten as I scrolled Alex's Instagram. There he was, all golden boy charm in his tailored Brooks Brothers suit, arm around me at the Met Gala afterparty. Caption: Building empires with my queen. Harrington Harper. The comments were a sycophantic swarm, his sister Vanessa cooing emojis, his brother Tyler dropping fire signs. The Harringtons, old money poisoned by new greed.
Dad.
Reginald, the Silver Fox CEO who'd adopted Alex after his mom's overdose. Convenient timing.
That. Mom.
Evelyn, the socialite viper who'd clawed her way into junior league boards. And the kids?
Puppets with knives.
I met Alex at our usual spot, the rooftop bar at the Standard, Hudson River glittering below like fool's gold. He kissed me hello, tasting of mint and lies, sliding a velvet box across the high top, custom earrings, diamonds winking like conspirators. For my future wife, he murmured, eyes crinkling in that way that used to melt me. Now it curdled my stomach. They're stunning, I lied, slipping them on, the weight a reminder of chains. We ordered Manhattans, his with extra bitters, mine untouched, and he launched into wedding talk. 200 guests at the plaza. String quartet. My dream. But I steered us to the edge, casual as a summer breeze. Hey, remember Eddie Ruiz? That accountant who offed himself? Spooky.
Right?
Your dad ever mention him? Alex's smile froze. Just a flicker. But I caught it, like a shark scenting blood. Eddie?
Nah.
Ancient history. Why bring him up? His hand on mine tightened. Possessive. Just. Designing that memorial park in Brooklyn. Thought it'd be a nice nod. Unsung heroes and all. Bullshit. But it landed soft. He relaxed. Launched into a story about his latest deal. But I was elsewhere. Mapping his tells. The jaw twitch when lies surfaced. The averted gaze on family topics. That night, alone in the loft, I cracked open the encrypted files. Eddie hadn't suicided. He'd emailed Reginald a bombshell, proof of a $50 million slush fund tied to human trafficking fronts disguised as migrant worker housing. The Harringtons weren't just crooks. They were monsters, profiting off desperation at the border. And me? My firm had unknowingly stamped approval on the blueprints. My signature the perfect alibi. The secret they'd buried. Eddie's body. Dumped after a fishing trip with Tyler. Alex knew. Of course he did. Rage boiled. But I tamped it down. Revenge required patience. A scalpel, not a sledgehammer. Step 1. Anonymous tip to the feds. Too clean. Too quick.
No.
I wanted them to squirm. To watch their perfect world crack like the ice on a thawing pond. Decision time. Controversial as hell. I'd seduce the truth from Alex. Record every confession. Then leak it slow. Like Chinese water torture. Morally gray? Abso-fucking-lutely. But they'd killed me. Fair's fair. Lena met me at our dive bar in Williamsburg. Neon tequila mockingbird sign buzzing overhead. Shots of Patron burned going down as I spilled. The dream, the call, the crash. Her eyes narrowed over the rim of her glass. Genesis. If this is PTSD from cold feet, it's not. I slid my phone across, playing the audio I dreamed up. Wait.
No.
In this life. I hadn't recorded it yet.
Shit.
Improv time. Listen.
I
hacked his phone last night. Paranoia. Okay? But hear this. I deepfaked a snippet from memory. AI voice clone rough but convincing. Evelyn's purr about accidents. Lena's face strained. Jesus.
Chica.
That's felony level. You sure? Dead sure. We plotted over nachos. Her PI contacts for dirt on Eddie. Me playing the doting bride while planting digital breadcrumbs. But doubt not was dragging Lena in damning her too. The line between protector and pawn blurred fast in this game. Weeks blurred into a fevered dream of duality. By day, fittings at Kleinfeld for the Vera Wong gown. All lace and lies. By night, VPN dives into dark web forums. Tracing Harrington shell accounts. Alex grew clingier, sensing my distance, whispering sweet nothings that now sounded like threats. You're mine,
Jen.
forever. I'd smile, kiss him deeper, slipping my phone under the pillow to capture his sleep talk confessions, mumbled names.
Eddie.
Loose end. The first crack appeared at the engagement party. Harrington Mansion in the Hamptons. White tents billowing like surrender flags on the lawn. Champagne flowed. Caviar canapes passed by waitstaff in crisp whites. I cornered Tyler by the infinity pool, his Rolex glinting as he nursed a scotch. Younger brother. Trust fund playboy. But sharper than he looked, the one who'd fished with Eddie. Great party, I toasted, clinking glasses. Missed the ocean view last time. Remember that trip with Dad? The one where you caught that big bass. Tyler's laugh was a bark. Bass?
Nah.
We were after Marlin. Deep sea stuff. Sweat beaded on his brow despite the AC breeze.
Right. Deep.
Like how Eddie ended up. I let it hang, watching him choke on his sip.
Who?
Eddie Ruiz. The accountant. Heard he took a permanent swim. My voice was honey over razor wire. He scanned for Alex, then leaned in, breath hot with booze. Look, Genesis. Stay in your lane. Weddings are for toasts, not ghost stories. But his eyes darted, guilt, raw and red. I filed it away, circulating back to Evelyn, her Botox smile a porcelain mask. Darling, the seating chart, Vanessa insists on table 8 with the Vanderbilts. Small talk. But I probed, families growing. Any skeletons in the closet I should know? For the vows. Her laugh tinkled like breaking crystal. Only the fun kind. Like Alex's wild college days.
Lie.
I knew about the underage party bust. Hushed with Daddy's checkbook. As fireworks burst over the dunes, I slipped away to the study. Reginald's sanctum. Safe cracked with a brute force app Lena sent. Amateur hour for a man who thought money bought invincibility. Inside, flash drive labeled contingencies. Jackpot. Emails. Ledgers. Photos. Eddie's bloated face in the morgue. Time-stamped disposal. And a bonus. My name in a contingency plan. Harper girl sniffing. Accelerate timeline. They'd planned to kill me before the wedding. My accident was mercy compared to the original script. Heart-hammering. I copied it all, then resealed like nothing happened. Back to the party. Alex pulled me into a slow dance under the stars. You okay? Looked distant. just overwhelmed. Love you. The words tasted like ash, but they bought time. That night, driving back to the city in his Tesla, ironic. The eco-warrior laundering blood money. I dropped the bomb. Alex. I found something. About Eddie. The car swerved. What the fuck? Jen. Eddie's not suicide. Your family. They. Stop. He pulled over on the Montauk Highway. Shoulders rigid. You don't know shit. Drop it. Or you'll regret it. Like how you regret forgetting to end that call. I whispered, hitting play on my hidden recorder, his own voice from earlier. Slurred at the bar. Tyler's such an idiot. Spilling about Eddie. Good thing the girl's clueless. His face crumpled. Then hardened. You recorded me? What the hell? Insurance. The air thickened. Tension coiling like a spring. He grabbed my wrist hard. Don't make me hurt you. Genesis. I love you. Love. I yanked free. Laughing bitter. You love your inheritance. The call. Alex. With your mom. Accidents happen. I heard it all. Silence. Then his whisper. You weren't supposed to. The punch came fast. Fist to my jaw. Stars exploding. I tasted blood, echo of my death, and fought back, nails raking his cheek. We grappled. The car a cage. Until I need him. Bolting into the night. Phone dialing Lena as I ran toward distant headlights. Pick me up.
Now.
It's war. Lena's beat-up Honda screeched up 10 minutes later. Headlights cutting the fog like judgment. I dove in, bruised jaw throbbing. Tears hot on my cheeks, not from pain, but fury.
Drive.
Anywhere but here. She peeled out, tires spitting gravel. One hand on the wheel, the other thrusting me an ice pack from the glove box. Talk. Now. As Montauk's lights faded in the rearview, I unloaded. The safe. The photos. Alex's swing. Her jaw clenched tighter than the turns.
Mierda.
That's assault. We go to the cops.
No.
The words sliced sharp. Controversial call number 2. Law enforcement? In Harrington territory. That's like whistling in a lion's den. Reginald's golf buddies wore badges. Evidence vanished faster than Eddie's conscience. We hit them where it hurts. The wallet.
The rep.
Leak the files anonymously. Watch the stock tank. Lena shot me a side-eye. Her gold hoop earrings catching the dash glow. You're talking vigilante shit.
Jen.
This ain't a movie. FBI tip line's free. And they'd bury it.
Or me.
Again. They again hung heavy. My secret straining the seams. She didn't push. Lena's loyalty ran deeper than questions, but I saw the worry lines etch her face. Dragging her into this abyss. Self-assassin. But alone? I'd crumble. We holed up at her Astoria walk-up, a cozy chaos of vinyl records and half-dead ferns. Over microwave burritos and bad tequila. We strategized. I'd play Wounded Fiancé for a week. By time, she'd tap her ex-cop uncle for off-book surveillance. By dawn, bruises hidden under concealer. I texted Alex. We need to talk. I'm scared. Come over. His reply pinged instant. Baby, I'm so sorry. Lost my head. Let me make it right. Classic narcissist pivot, rage to remorse in a heartbeat. He arrived at noon, flowers in hand, eyes red-rimmed like he'd rehearsed the puppy dog plea. I let him in, door clicking shut like a trap. We sat on the couch, my body rigid as he babbled apologies. The family stressed, deals going south. Eddie's ancient. Please, Jen, don't throw us away. Us, I echoed, voice steel. Or your cover? He flinched.
What?
I pulled up the flash drive on my laptop, dummy files.
Bait.
Found this in your dad's study. Eddie's ledger. The trafficking shells. Your signatures. Alex. All of you. His color drained. Adam's apple bobbing.
That's
Forged. Someone's setting us up. Like you set at me? I leaned in, breath ghosting his ear. The call. Alex. Loose ends. I was the loose end. Panic flashed. Then calculation cold. Like his mother's. You think you can take us down? Sweetheart. We're Harringtons. You? A mid-tier architect with daddy issues. He grabbed my shoulders.
shaking.
Delete it.
Now.
Or you'll what? Crash my car again. The bluff landed. He recoiled like I'd slapped him. How do you? No? Because I'm not the girl you met anymore. I shoved him back. Heart thundering. Get out. And tell your family. The wedding's off. But the party's just starting. He stormed out. Door slamming thunder. I collapsed. Shaking. Adrenaline crash hitting hard. But victory tasted sweet. Laced with dread. Next move. The leak. Using a Tor browser, I uploaded Eddie's files to WikiLeaks tip line. Anonymized. Tagged with Harrington horror. By evening, Twitter, X, whatever, was ablaze. Real estate mogul tied to trafficking. Exposed the elite. The fallout was biblical. Harrington Holdings stock dipped 15% pre-market. Evelyn's socials flooded with unfollows. Tyler's yacht club membership under review. Reginald called an emergency board meeting. But I was steps ahead, hiring a crisis PR firm under a fake name to amplify the whispers. Controversial? Stirring the mob. But they deserve the pitchforks. Lena's surveillance paid off. Grainy photos of Tyler meeting a shady fixer in a Jersey warehouse. Cash exchange under sodium lights. Payoff, she texted. Or cleanup. Both. I replied. Then dove deeper, hacking Alex's email with a phishing link disguised as a wedding registry. Jackpot. Threads with a hitman. Harper problem coded as renovation delay. They'd greenlit my murder pre-crash. The SUV just expedited. Nights blurred into vengeance-fueled insomnia. Coffee dripped as I built the case. But cracks formed. Doubts. Dark and sticky. Was I becoming them, Machiavellian puppet master? Strings pulled from shadows? And Lena, her texts grew sparse. Busy with a case, excuses ringing hollow. Guilt gnawed. I'd tainted her world. The counterattack came swift. 2 days post-leak. My firm's inbox exploded. Anonymous tips claiming I'd embezzled client funds. Doctored blueprints. Harper and Associates board called an emergency meeting. Dad's voice on speaker. Genesis. What the hell? This smells like sabotage. It's not me, Dad. I bit back the truth. Can't say my in-laws to be are mobsters. Instead, corporate espionage. Let me handle it. He sighed. Weary. You're brilliant,
Kid.
but this wedding's distracting you. Postpone. The suggestion stung, Dad. Ever the fixer. Blind to my fractures.
No.
It's leverage. Hanging up. I realized. The Harringtons weren't just striking back. They were dismantling my life. Brick by architect brick. Alex showed up at the loft unannounced. 2 a.m. Rain-slicked and desperate.
Jen. Please.
They're circling wagons. Dad's furious, says you're unstable. Leaking lies. He dropped to his knees. Ring box out like a white flag. Marry me quick. We'll run. Europe. Anywhere. Pity flickered. Then died. This man, who'd held me through migraines, now on all fours for survival. Run from what? Your crimes? It's not like that. Eddie. He was skimming. We had to. Shut him up. I finished. Phone recording discreet in my pocket. With a boat ride and concrete shoes? His sob was guttural. I didn't pull the trigger. Tyler did. But if you go down this road, we all burn. Including you. Threat veiled as plea. I knelt, cupping his face, tender, traitorous. Then burn. And kissed him, slow and searing, tasting salt of tears. He melted, confessions tumbling, details on the slush fund, the fixer's name, even Evelyn's pill habit fueling the cover-ups. By dawn, he left broken, me armed with audio gold. But the kiss lingered, a ghost of what was love twisted to weapon. Was this revenge or self-destruction? The high point hit midweek. DOJ raid on Harrington HQ. Black SUVs swarming like my nightmare in reverse. News choppers buzzed. Anchors breathlessly linking it to alleged human trafficking ties. Reginald cuffed on live TV. Silver hair disheveled. Poetic. Evelyn fled to the Hamptons. Paparazzi swarm, turning her driveway to chaos. Tyler ghosted. Vanessa checked into rehab for stress. Alex called non-stop. Voicemails a dissent. Pleading. Raging. Suicidal. I listen once. Heart fracturing. Controversial choice 3. Mercy kill the man I loved? Or let the system devour him? Lena pulled me aside at a safe diner in Queens. Booths sticky with history. Jen. This is escalating. Feds are sniffing your IP from the leak. We gotta come clean. Her eyes, accusing? Afraid? You in or out?
In.
But if we fall smart. She hugged me fierce. But tension hummed. Trust fraying. That night, alone, I stared at the engagement ring on my nightstand, diamond mocking in lamplight. Twist incoming, a buried email in Alex's dump. Not to family.
But me.
From Eddie. Forwarded pre-death. MS. Harper. Your designs unknowingly front our ops. Get out. They're watching. I'd been complicit. My signatures. My ambition. Fuel to their fire. The secret wasn't just theirs. It stained me. Reborn. But not clean. Crisis point. Alex's final plea meet at Central Park. Bethesda fountain at dusk. Tourists milled. Lovers canoodled. Oblivious. He waited on the steps. Hollow-eyed. Trench coat flapping like broken wings. Jen, my name a prayer. It's over. Dad's talking plea. But they want names. Yours. For the blueprints. Framing me. Final betrayal. And you'll let them? I have to. Or we both go down. His hand extended. Handcuffs?
No.
A gun. Small and black. Trembling in his palm. Or this.
Quick.
For us. The world narrowed. Water lapping. Pigeons cooing. his finger whitening on the trigger. Decision, fight, flee, or fall. I step close. Voice steady. Pull it, Alex. But know this. I died once for you. Won't again. Confusion flickered, then I twisted, knee to groin, gun skittering into the lake. He lunged. We tumbled down steps. Grunts echoing. Fists flew. Mine fueled by 2 lifetimes' rage. A crack, his nose. Blood sprang. Security swarmed. NYPD, whistles piercing. As they cuffed him, sirens wailing, he screamed, "You bitch! I loved you, liar!" I spat, wiping blood his from my knuckles. But inside, hollow victory. The twist, in the scuffle, my phone tumbled, screen cracking on the stone. Audio?
Gone.
Proof evaporated. Lena arrived as they hauled him away, her face ashen. What now? Now? Weary build. But the feds were coming for all of us. The interrogation room at one police plaza smelled like stale coffee and shattered illusions, fluorescence buzzing overhead. Two-way mirror reflecting my disheveled self, lips split, knuckles raw, eyes haunted. NYPD, detective. A grizzled vet named Kowalski with a Brooklyn accent thick as fog. Slid a water cup across the metal table. MS. Harper.
Start from the top.
Your fiancé pulls a piece in Central Park. You take him down like a pro wrestler. Self-defense? Or something juicier? I sipped.
Stalling.
Lena waited outside, her lawyer uncle pulling strings for bail. The gun, retrieved from the fountain, tied to the fixer. Ballistics pending. But my vanished audio? A black hole sucking evidence. Self-defense, I said, voice even. He was distraught. Family drama boiling over. Kowalski leaned in, mustache twitching. Drama? Try scandal. Harrington raids front page. Trafficking. Laundering. A floater in the harbor matching your Eddie Ruiz tip. Feds want to chat about your role. My gut twisted. Complicit by ignorance. Blueprints I'd signed. Unwittingly laundering lives. I was blindsided. Found out weeks ago. Tried to do right. By leaking, his pen tapped rhythmic. Tor nodes trace to a Williamsburg IP. Ring any bells. Lena's.
Shit.
Controversial fallout. My war had casualties. I stonewalled till her uncle burst in, blustering Miranda rights. Bail posted. We spilled into the night, rain-slick streets mirroring my turmoil. Her apartment felt claustrophobic now. Ferns wilted like hope. Jen. This is bad. Feds don't play. Your firm suspending you. Board vote tomorrow. Dad's call confirmed it. Voice cracking. They say embezzlement. Sweetheart. Lies. But the optics. Resignation loomed. Everything I'd built, poof. For revenge. I know. Silence stretched. Then, Lena. The leak IP. Yours? She nodded. Ashamed. Burner. But sloppy. Thought we were ghosts. Guilt crashed reciprocal. I'm sorry. This poison, it's in me now. No. She gripped my hands. You fought back. That's not poison. That's power. Power? Or perdition? Sleepless. I paced, replaying the park, Alex's gun, his love. In death's echo, I'd forgiven a sliver, Stockholm ghost. But rebirth demanded reckoning, even with self. Dawn brought the twist's full bloom, a package at my door. No return address. Inside, a USB and note in Alex's scroll. Listen. Then decide. Trembling, I plugged in. Audio files, dozens, time-stamped months back. His voice, narrating, confessions to a hidden recorder, detailing the Empire's guts. Eddie's murder, the slush fund, even Evelyn's role in his mom's overdose, pushed, not pills. And the crown, proof of my innocence, emails showing I'd queried the shady contracts, flagged for review. They'd buried my warnings. But the gut punch, Alex's final entry, post-raid. Genesis, if you hear this, I knew about the SUV.
Didn't stop it.
But after the call, your scream on speaker, I broke. Started taping everything, building an out. For us. Use it. End them.
I'm sorry.
I did love you. Tears blurred the screen. Traitor or tragic. The boy I'd loved. Rotten core or coerce pawn. Reginald's shadow loomed long. Abuse whispers in old files. Alex's college, wild days, a crime masked as chaos. Decision loomed. Controversial apex. Destroy him with this. Or mercy, leak selective. Sparing his soul while gutting the patriarchs. Heart versus
Hammer.
I chose hybrid. Full drop to prosecutors. But a whispered heads up to Alex's public defender. Let the system sort the wheat from the weeds. The board meeting was a farce. Suits in the glass conference room overlooking Midtown. Dad at head. Faces pinched. Genesis. The allegations. Fabricated. I slid the USB across. Harrington retaliation. Listen. Gasps rippled as Eddie's ledgers played. My flags highlighted. Vindication wash slow. Dad's hug bone-crushing. Proud of you.
Kid.
Always. Firm intact. But scars lingered. Lena and I celebrated quiet. Tacos from the truck on Steinway. Laughter tentative, but real.
To second chances, she toasted.
Weeks ground on. Trials televised. Reginald's empire crumbling like bad concrete. Evelyn flipped first. Plea deal trading vanity for bars. Tyler vanished to Mexico. Extradition pending. Vanessa testified. Crumbling under cross like wet paper. Alex's turn came last, sentencing in federal court. Gallery packed with reporters. I sat front row. Anonymous in shades and hoodie. His eyes found mine across the room. Hollow but holding a spark. Gratitude? Regret? Judge droned. 15 years. Minimum security. No death penalty. Trafficking didn't trigger it. But the attempted murder charge stuck. As marshals let him out, he mouthed, "Thank you." For what? The out. Or the end? I nodded. Once, absolution's ghost. Outside. Autumn crisp in the air. Leaves crunching underfoot like shed skins. New York pulsed eternal. Taxis honking. Vendors hawking. Life defiant. My loft felt vast now. Empty, but mine. I redesigned it. Gutted walls. Open spaces. A corner office for the truth. A memoir. The Forgotten Call. Ghost-ridden with Lena's flair. Bestseller potential? Who cares? Catharsis called. But the by-kitsch twist lingered. In quiet nights, I dreamed the crash, blood, betrayal. Then the loop back. Was rebirth gift or curse? Power's price. Isolation. Echoes of what-ifs. Alex's love, real. Once. Poison at source. I'd saved him from full abyss. but lost us forever. 1 year on, walking the Brooklyn Heights promenade. Wind whipping curls. Phone buzzed Lena. Dinner? New case, clean one. Always. I smiled. Real this time. Revenge's fire banked to embers. Warmth not blaze. The Harringtons broken. Me remade flawed. Fierce.
Free.
Yet, in the skyline's glow, a whisper, second chances demand thirds?
No.
This life's mine. Scripted on my terms. No more forgotten calls, only the ones I choose to answer. And as the sun dipped, painting the harbor gold, I exhaled, reborn. Not for vengeance, but victory.